Veteran Compost. This is Justin. Hey, how you doing, sir? The way our program works is we drop off clean bins and takeaway bins that have food scraps in them. And then we dump them and wash them. I started really small, literally a shovel and a trailer that I bought used for a couple $100 on the back of my SUV I towed around, and that's how we started out picking up material. So right now we're getting ready to unload some material from local coffee shops, schools, and hospitals. So this is one of our local trucks. So he'll unload his bins, load up clean bins for his next route, and then go back out the door to pick up more stuff. The material will be sorted and then mixed with wood chips and composted. You can see the more colorful stuff here on the edge. I think that's turmeric. And then over here, there's like a ginger material over here. And this all comes out of a juice factory. The first piles I ever built were built by hand. It helps to make the mistakes when you're smaller and learn from them. And then now at the scale that we're at, it's really just optimizing a process. So we have the equipment, we have the knowledge, we have the tools. It's really just kind of optimizing the system here that we have now. You can see like coffee grounds. This is all tons and tons and tons of coffee grounds from this chain of stores that makes coffee 24 hours a day. They have a little bit different chemical properties with moisture and nutrients and things like that. So as we mix them in throughout the day, different ratios of wood chips get mixed in depending on the type of food scraps in the mix. The thing that kicks our butt is all the non-compostable stuff, all the packaging and lunches, you know, packaged cheese sticks, juice boxes, all that's gonna have to get picked out. So we dump out all the material, pick out all the trash by hand, and then we'll mix it all and set it out to the compost pile. But you know, no one wants to buy a finished product that has plastic and trash in it, so we gotta make sure that material gets picked out. I got into this because I was unemployed, and the goal of the business is whenever we can to hire veterans and family members of veterans. And for a lot of our guys that come into this, you know, they may have been in situations that weren't great, and this is kind of a good way to escape all that by working here. So yeah, pretty literal name.
My name is Russ Nichols. I was in the United States Army for 3 years, and I've been a driver ever since I was hired in October. So what drew me to the business was it's a veteran-run and operated business, and you know, after I talked on the phone with Justin, he seemed like a real nice guy. So these are all the full coffee bins that we'll exchange one for one with. I took 2 out. I'll grab 2 more and put 2 empty ones, put them in here, and grab this last. Came here, we do a tryout process where you work for 4 hours and see if it's something that you like. Most of the guys were really cool, and you know, it makes me feel like I'm back with my brothers and sisters from the military.
This is metal drums of blackberry puree and juice material. So it's actually a sealed bag inside of a barrel. So what we do is remove the lid, dump out the puree, and sell the metal drums, and we end up making more off selling the metal drums than we do the composting part of it. So you mix this in, and it makes the pile really hot because bacteria love sugar. Every day, like today, we're short a guy, and stuff's broken. You know, at least it's sunny. We got one of the 3. Once all that stuff's done breaking down after 30 days, it goes through the screener, and that separates the larger material from the finer material. All the nice fine compost goes out the back, and it'll be stockpiled for sale. All the larger material lands down close to where we are, those large, chunky, woody pieces, and those are actually added back to the compost process, and we'll continue to break those down until they're nice, fine particles. So underneath this barrel is an electric fan. So what we're doing is we're forcing air into these pipes, and the pipes run into the pile. So all we're doing is supplying air to the pile so that all the microbes inside have air to breathe. That's the finished product. So a couple thousand yards of compost, and every day we're trying to sell it, and every day we're trying to make more of it. So you kind of see this is stuff we screened yesterday. So you can see how much finer it is. Obviously it doesn't look or anything like the large wood chips or the food scraps we started like. I did computers in college, and then like IT management in college. And then I was a combat engineer in the Army, mostly focused on explosives. And then I got into this. So well-rounded or disjointed. You know, I like the idea of sustainability, of doing something that has purpose and trying to make the world a better place. So part of that, I mean, I'm not fully committed. I drive a pickup truck and I eat meat, so I'm not a full-on environmentalist, but the idea of recycling just makes a lot of sense to me. And so in this case, all the material in this facility would have gone to a landfill or been burned. And so we're saving all that material and we're composting it, we're recycling it. And then the finished product behind us, that's going to grow new food, and that's going to rebuild soil, it's going to erosion control projects. So we're helping to fix the issues in this country with soil depletion. I mean, the amount of topsoil that's been lost in the last 100 years in our country, no one's really worried about it, but one year we're all gonna go to farm and no plants are gonna grow, and then everyone's suddenly gonna worry about the loss of topsoil. So that's what we're doing, is we're supplying great soil so people can get ahead of that and grow good stuff.